So on May 29th, Illinois moved into phase 3 of reopening the state. Phase 3 means that bars, restaurants, and manufacturing businesses are going to reopen. They're going to have a capacity of 10 to 15 people per. You're still going to have to wear masks. We're still going to have to social distance, but at least we'll be able to go into restaurants and sit down and have a meal. Because that's one of the things that I think for me I took for granted, was being able to actually go into a restaurant and sit down. Another thing I took for granted, which I figured out from talking to my mom, was actually being able to interact with other people. Being in the house all the time, I can interact with my mom and my stepdad, but that gets old quick. So in this phase, just kind of move along to reopening the state, I hope that people will follow the rules in washing their hands, staying home when you're sick, keeping your face covered when you're in public. Those type of things, like the things that we should have been doing all along. Not covering our faces, but washing your hands. I feel like before this, it was washing your hands was such a chore for so many people. I never understood why. But hopefully people follow the rules so that we can open the city up completely and kind of go back to a seemingly normal life again, if that makes sense. Because I'm looking forward to going somewhere other than just around my block. I mean, it's pretty, especially watching the leaves change and flowers bloom and stuff, but I'm used to going places, used to doing things in the summer, and then also I'm used to having somewhere to go every day. And I mean that in work, having a job. After this is all over, I'm interested to see how long it's going to take for those unemployment numbers to drop. That was one thing that was very sad to me, was how many people were in line for the food pantry, trying to get food for their families because they got laid off of work because of this coronavirus. So that is one thing that I am looking forward to, seeing the unemployment numbers drop. I was fortunate where I had another job. I do a little bit of work for my mom, so I wasn't completely out of work. I mean, I'm making far less than I was before, but I feel like I can't really complain, considering the fact that I am still having somewhat of an income when there are people who literally are struggling to make ends meet, who are struggling to feed their families. So that is one thing that I am looking forward to, is seeing the unemployment numbers drop and seeing people get back to normal life. Even the swimming pool I used to take for granted. My mom used to always be like, you should go to the swimming pool. And I would always say, no, I don't want to go to the swimming pool. I don't want to swim. I was on the swim team for so many years that getting back in the water just seemed like the last thing I wanted to do. But now I'm kind of I wish I could go to the pool. Because just to do something different than just walk every day. Go to the pool, jump in the lake. Not this one, though. I think that one, I wouldn't want to jump in there. But it's pretty. Very pretty. I'm almost back where I started, the end of the walk, and I just passed by a house with one of those graduation signs in front of it for the class of 2020, which is something else that you kind of take for granted. And I do find it to be sad, of all the people who didn't get to experience graduating, whether that's from 8th grade, high school, or college.